In this tutorial we will make a simple surveillance system which will send an email to us in case it detects a human. As an inference method, we will use Triton Inference Server. Triton Inference Server can be used in various applications, so it would be useful to learn how to use it. Let's see how our surveillance system works. Firstly, an image is obtained using web camera. Then, the image is sent from Raspberry Pi to Triton Inference Server via Wi-Fi. In this tutorial, we are using Ubuntu Desktop as a server machine. After inference is done, server sends back inference results to Raspberry Pi. If a human is detected in an image, Raspberry Pi sends an email containing the image. Even though as a client we have used a usual Raspberry Pi, much smaller devices such as Raspberry Pi Pico can also be used. So, what is Triton Inference Server? Triton Inference Server is open-source software that standardizes AI model deployment and execution across every workload. Here are several benefits and advantages of Triton Inference Server. The first is that it supports all training and inference frameworks. AI models on any major framework such as TensorFlow, PyTorch, ONNX, TensorRT, XGBoost, OpenVINO can be used. The second is that Triton Inference Server performs well not only with NVIDIA GPU, but also with x86 and ARM CPUs, and AWS Inferentia. It maximizes throughput and utilization with dynamic batching, concurrent execution, optimal configuration, and streaming audio and video. The third benefit is that Triton Inference Server is open source and is designed for DevOps and MLOps. It can be integrated into DevOps and MLOps solutions such as Kubernetes for scaling and Prometheus for monitoring. Let's see how a Triton server works. This picture shows the Triton Inference Server high-level architecture. In a Triton server, all models are stored in a repository. Model repository is a file system-based repository of models that Triton will make available for inferencing. Inference requests arrive at the server via either HTTP or gRPC. gRPC is a modern open-source high-performance remote procedure call framework that can run in any environment. Inference requests are routed to the appropriate per-model scheduler. Scheduler of each model optionally performs batching of inference requests and then passes the requests to the backend corresponding to the model type. Triton supports a backend C API that allows Triton to be extended with new functionality such as custom pre- and post-processing operations or even a new deep learning framework. Triton provides Prometheus metrics indicating GPU and request statistics. The metrics are provided in form of plain format and are available by accessing the endpoint. Now let's talk a little bit about mail sending procedure. For sending mail, SMTP is used. SMTP stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Simple Mail Transfer Protocol is an Internet standard communication protocol for mail transmission. Mail servers and other message transfer agents use SMTP to send and receive mail messages. User-level email clients typically use SMTP only for sending messages to a mail server for relaying, and typically submit outgoing emails to the mail server on port 587 or port 465. In this tutorial we also will use port 587. In our Python program, we are using the SMTP library. SMTP is Python's built-in module for sending emails to any internet machine with an SMTP or SMTP listener daemon. From security purpose, SMTP connection should be encrypted, so that message and login credentials are not easily accessed by others. Secure Sockets Layer and Transport Layer Security are two protocols that can be used to encrypt an SMTP connection. In this tutorial we will use TLS. TLS is a more recent version of SSL. It fixes some security vulnerabilities in the earlier SSL protocols. Now let's see programs we use in this project. To create an inference server, we will use this Yolov9 Triton repository. For YOLO itself, we will use this Yolov9 repository. Git clone both of these repositories. After cloning the repositories, go to Yolov9 page and download the weight file. In this tutorial we will use Yolov9 EPT weights. After the weights are downloaded, move them to Yolov9 directory. To convert a PT file to ONNX file, execute the export py script. Here we are specifying weights, dynamic axis option, format of the file we are going to export, GPU ID and offset version. Dynamic axis means that dimensions can be changed dynamically at runtime. That is batch size or sequence length. Offset parameter is important for ONNX file conversion because within an ONNX file, there are different versions. For a library that parses ONNX files, in order for the parsing to succeed, the ONNX file must have internal versions that are not greater than the maximum supported values. After file conversion, rename the ONNX file to model. Now we have to move the model ONNX file to the model repository that will be used by Triton Inference Server. To avoid confusion, we will change all sentences that include Yolov9 to Yolov9. Move to the Yolov9 ONNX folder. Create a folder with the name 1. Paste the model ONNX file. Config pbtxt file provides required and optional information about the model. A minimal model configuration must specify the platform, the max batch size property, and the input and output tensors of the model. Each model input and output must specify a name, data type, and shape. The name specified for an input or output tensor must match the name expected by the model. Move to Yolov9 ensemble folder. Here we should also create a folder with the name 1. Leave this folder empty. As described in the GitHub page, we should install the Triton client package. Triton Client is a Python client library and a utility for communicating with Triton Inference Server. Now we are going to build the Docker container. We just have to execute these two commands. Building process will take about 30 minutes. Now let's run Triton Inference Server. If you get this error, it means that NVIDIA Container Toolkit has not been installed. The installation method is described in this page. It involves 3 steps. Firstly, configure production repository. Then, update the package list from the repository. Finally, install the NVIDIA Container Toolkit package. After installation, restart the Docker. We have successfully started the Triton Inference Server. Now we can execute inference using Triton. Move Yolov9 Triton folder to your client. In our case it is Raspberry Pi. We have to modify the main Pi script. Change the model name to Yolov9 Triton. Here, we have to specify the image we will do inference on. Here, we should specify IP address of the machine on which we are running the inference server. Create the assets folder and move whatever image file you want to conduct inference on. Now execute the main Pi script. Inference results will be generated in the Yolov9 Triton folder. Now let's see the code for surveillance task. Download the settings JSON and surveillance Pi scripts from the Google Drive. Open the surveillance Pi script. In the send Gmail function, we are sending an email from the Raspberry Pi. In these lines, we open the JSON file and read a Gmail address from which mail will be sent. Also, we read the application password that has been set on the Google page. Application password setting procedure is described at this page. We should do these 8 steps. Note that 2-step verification should be enabled to set application password. In these lines we are creating my multipart object. This module is used when we want to construct a message with varying content types. In this part we are reading an image, generated using OpenCV, and create a MIME image object to attach image to an email. Here we are creating connection with Gmail's SMTP server. Then we encrypt it using startTLS method, and send an email. In the main function, if a person is detected we are setting email address, subject, body and sending it. In this tutorial, free temporary email is used for testing. It is easy to set up. Now we can use this email address for a test. Now connect a USB camera to Raspberry Pi and execute the surveillance Pi script. We can see that we have received emails. Open an email. Open attached image. We have successfully received a detected person image.